You're listening to CobraCast.
The cobra injects deadly venom through its fangs, like toxins through a pair of hypodermics.
This is the CobraCast, and here's your host, Bobby Sharron.
Oh shit! Here we go. That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. Right there is that chick. It's the best
Because she's British.
because she's British. That's what it is. Nice.
Right on, Bobby.
Hello.
Hello, boy.
Anyways,
Hello,
please
Bobby.
welcome to episode number 501 of the CobraCast podcast.
501.
I guess we're all designated drivers tonight, except for you, my friend. Mr. Aiden over here is actually the perpetrator of the bourbon tonight. Is
Yeah,
that-
but I'm taking my time.
you
with
taking
it,
your
know?
time? Anyways, I guess this is episode number 5 for Austin Music Television and episode number 501 for the podcast. So we kind of have to mention both as we go now, which is kind of strange, but I'll get used to it. Anyways, Brewtality Inc. is in the house tonight.
Yes.
Mr. Houston, Mr. Aiden, and the one and only Mr. Budro Partida
Hello.
from Penny Rock Productions. You guys have been like just taking over the show lately, man. Last episode,
man.
John Jew was on, and tonight's you, and
Yeah, it's been crazy. We've been really busy, and that's a good
I know
thing.
you have, yeah.
So,
And tonight we got a brand new music video. It's actually your first video, right?
Well,
Yeah,
our first real produced video.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. I saw it yesterday. I was cracking up when I must have watched it like 5 times.
All the other videos we have are pretty much just like kind of live shots from shows that were kind of crammed together with the soundtrack, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of bands are like that. But yeah, so now you got a fully produced one. Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're very excited about
I
it.
was telling
Yeah.
him earlier, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, I got a little emotional. I was like, oh my God, like seeing something produced that well from these guys. Was
Yeah.
just like I didn't think, like, filming everything and going through the process of everything, like, I was like, okay, you go through the motions and everything, but seeing it put together that well was just like, wow, really blew me away.
Yeah.
Like, that's us.
Well, it looked like you had a lot of fun making it. 'cause I
Oh,
saw
man,
it.
we had a great time.
It's a blast, yeah.
I swear the second day of filming, my sides hurt so bad from laughing on the first day.
Yeah. It looked like it. Yeah.
I had no idea that our friends would be that funny. I mean,
Well, you got Chuck from the Mean Hearts there, so I mean, that's enough right
it was
there with
awesome.
him.
It was awesome.
yeah. Got a lot of special cameos in this video. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw Metal Dave in there, and
Can't have a video without Metal Dave.
gotta have Metal Dave. He's a celebrity now.
He helped us write our first album.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
he's in
that.
the liner
It
notes.
was him and I wrote all the lyrics.
Oh, wow, I didn't know. I had no clue.
Yep.
Damn.
Pretty much the first 2 records.
Wow.
Definitely owe him a lot for that.
He was there, yeah. So he's like, we got to have Metal Dave in there.
Yes.
And actually, I think you guys told him to show up, but didn't actually tell him what he was doing.
Yeah, he didn't know. So, they just need old guys, huh?
That's messed up.
It
Old
was just
guys.
like, all right.
He's
You should have called.
He's like, got it.
Hey, you should have called me. Legally, I'm a senior citizen now. So I just found that out a couple weeks ago. That when you hit 55, you're legally a senior citizen.
Oh, wow.
So I could have been right in that video.
Coming up, man.
Oh,
Hey, I still got a little over 4 years to go.
So you're gonna be 51, right?
I'll be 51.
So is that show on your birthday?
April 3rd is my birthday.
Oh.
But we always have, sometimes it works out, where it's
Yeah,
on.
I hear
but
you.
we always have my birthday party either the weekend before or the weekend after, just to make sure that, everybody can make it out.
Oh yeah. You always have to have it on a weekend.
It's too hard to scramble.
That's how my birthday show works every year too. It's like, we try. Mine's on the 14th, and this year, by the grace of God, it fell on a Saturday, and everybody was free, and we got all the bands in we needed to have, but it never works out because all the bands we usually want to get, go to the NAMM show in California.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we can't do it because of NAMM, so we got to push it ahead 2 weeks. And hey, my birthday was 3 weeks ago, but here's my birthday show, that kind of shit. So, well, it's only a couple days off. It's not too bad. Beautiful.
Yes,
So you guys are going to premiere the video that night.
correct.
So what we're going to try to do tonight. I'm not saying we're going to succeed. It might succeed. It might be a failure of a succession here, but we're going to try to, at an hour and a half in, we're going to play the video, and it's going to sync up to what you guys are doing over at Kick Butt Coffee.
That's
at
awesome.
11:30 that night.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, so we'll have to roll with this, and I'll have to kind of keep a check on the clock over here. So, hey, one question though. I don't have many questions for this, but I did notice this is like your first single in a very long time.
It is. I've been dealing with a lot of health problems.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, how are you doing, by the way?
I'm doing great. I got a new pacemaker, and
awesome.
They got me wired, fully wired now. So I guess I'm getting closer to being the $6 million man.
Shit, I'll tell you, man. I went through my thing too. I remember saw you come and take it live a couple of times. We were talking about it. And at one point, I went through like 2 cardio versions, and then it was like an ablation, and you know, my thing was my heart rate was too fast. Yours was too slow.
Yep.
So a pacemaker wouldn't have done me any kind of, wouldn't help me at all,
No.
you know? Because I was telling people, yeah, I think I'm going to get a pacemaker. I don't know. I'm like, you're like, dummy. We can't slow your heart rate down. We can beef it up a little bit, but we can't slow it down, you know?
So at one point in, I would say in the last 15 years,
Yeah.
I would say I had 29 surgeries
Jesus.
where they had to put me out. Yeah.
It was all heart related?
No, most of it was cancer related.
Oh,
but
shit.
I beat cancer. Everything's good.
Damn.
Everything's good.
Good Lord, man.
Yeah, I had
Good to know.
I had a stem cell transplant down at MD Anderson in Houston,
Oh, wow.
and basically I became my donor. My blood was, what was it, AB positive? Now it's O positive.
Really?
Yeah, it changed.
That's crazy. Yeah, they're saying, I was talking to someone on a podcast, I think a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about how they had stem cells for their back, and said it 100% helped them. It was like,
Oh, man,
it was like one
day
shot,
and night.
one
Yeah.
shot, and he was, because his back was all trashed and everything. You know, Jerome from Inch of Dark,
Yep.
he had his back all, with stem cells, and he says, man, he goes, like night and day. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I guess that's the future.
It was amazing the difference that once I had that stem cell
Yeah.
transplant. I mean, I had to stay down there for 110 days, but yeah, that sucked. It was locked in a
110 days?
locked in a hospital. But
What did you do for 110 days?
I watched a lot of TV and caught up on movies
Damn.
But why did they keep you in there so long?
because you have no immune system.
Oh.
So for 3 days they kill your immune system, and once your immune system is dead, they inject you with this stuff. It's called ATG, and it's like
Yeah.
50 letters long. I couldn't even pronounce
no
it
kidding,
if
yeah.
I tried. And it has rabbit and horse cells in it, and it helps you absorb the stem cell transplant.
Okay.
But I also did not know I was highly allergic to rabbit. So at the same time,
If it ain't one thing, it's another.
yeah,
Well, I'll
at
tell you
the
what.
same time they were saving my life, I turned red as a tomato. My entire body.
No.
I had a fever. What was it? 103.5 for. I swear it was like 3-4 days.
Man.
It sucked.
How long ago was this?
This was in 2011.
Wow. So it's been a while then.
Yep.
Good Lord.
But yeah.
So now you got a new pacemaker and you're good to go.
Good to go.
And you were telling me the battery is good for what, 12 years?
10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
That must be an Energizer. I don't know.
Duracell.
Copper top.
But I have a machine next to my bed, so when I go to sleep at night,
Yeah.
it syncs up with the machine, and they're able to adjust it if they need to.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's some technology right
Yeah.
there, huh?
There's an app for that? Wow.
Better pay your phone bill.
Please don't hack it.
Don't put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering because I saw, when I saw the video, then I was going through your records on iTunes, and I saw the dates were kind of really far off of each other. I'm like, man, I know that they kind of came out with something before.
We also
that.
had some lineup changes also.
Always happens.
And yeah, it never fails.
Never
in this
fails.
Town. Never fails in this town. Finally got the this lineup we've had for at least 5-6 years now.
June will be 6. July will be 6 years. Yeah.
So we've had this same lineup,
Yeah.
and this, to me, this is the best lineup because
Oh, you guys kill.
we
Yeah.
we push each other to play better.
Yeah.
And Especially this guy pushes me to play better.
Well, you guys are a fun band. That's what you guys are. You know, I don't even look at it as a punk band. People call you a punk band. I don't.
Yeah.
You're
rock
like
and roll.
you're a rock and roll band.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah.
You guys ain't punk. You ain't nothing.
Hey, you ain't got a bunch of dicks on your mic stage.
No.
Mic stand there, like Worm Suicide.
Oklahomos.
It was really funny. I was talking to Looney probably about a month ago. I'm gonna have him come back up here. I haven't talked to him in forever, so that's gonna be good to see Looney again after all this time.
Don't let him get around your computer.
Why? What's he do?
He'll put big black cocks on
Oh no! You know what the weird thing about it was? I had the Oklahomos up here like at the beginning of the podcast, like the first couple of years, and everybody told me, "Don't have them up, don't have them up." And I'll tell you what, they were the sweetest people.
They're the nicest
They're
people in the
nicest
world.
people ever. We had the best time, and everybody's talking, "Oh, don't do it, don't do it." I'm like, "Come on, man, it can't be that bad." Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Man, I was wondering about. I was going to ask you about that because I saw on Facebook you had some stuff up that you were kind of going through it again and everything.
Every time we get going,
Something happens.
something happens and it kind of sets us back. For a while there, our drummer broke his leg.
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and we
That's
had to have a fill-in drummer for a little while. We were able to get our original drummer.
Oh, right,
For
Yeah.
to Bradley Bills filled in
yeah.
at a showdown in Houston. And,
Okay.
it went really well,
Then he got bursitis in his hip.
and he had to stop playing
He couldn't
again.
play for like a month and a half. Yeah.
Talk about too old for oi.
Too old for oil. That's it. That's it. Hey, speaking of, I need to ask about this artwork, the cartoon thing. Who did that? That's a great piece of work, man. I'd love to get that for a poster for this room.
I will definitely get you a poster. I
Seriously?
promise. Yes, I promise.
Yeah, for the new studio. Yeah.
Craig Holloway.
Really did a great job with it. I was kind of trying to figure out who was who though, and I couldn't.
So it's not really anybody as far
Yeah.
as I know. When I asked him if he could, he did my birthday 40th birthday flyer
Okay.
a little while back, but a
few years.
a few years back.
I don't think I remember that one.
He did a really great job and made this big, huge banner and gave it to me. It was an awesome poster. I didn't even know he was making
Yeah.
it. And so I asked him, "Hey, how much can I pay you to make me a flyer?" And he wouldn't take my money. So,
that's sweet.
So I owe him.
put him on the guest list.
Of course.
Is he coming to the show?
I hope he is. I hope he is.
I'll be down for. I'm coming down.
I definitely owe him some beers for sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's killer. When I saw it, I was cracking up. I said, "That's a great piece of artwork."
Yeah, he just asked me, what do you want as a theme? I was like, well, the song's too old for oi, so just put a bunch of old punk rockers on it. And that's what he came up
So
with.
who came up with the oi thing? I mean, the too old for oi thing.
I wrote that song.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to rewrite that song 3 times. I just was not happy with it until this final.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a fun song. Yeah. Like I said, you're a fun band. So.
It wasn't as catchy before. We just had to make it catchy.
Yeah. It takes us time to get ideas down because we'll go over songs here and there per like every practice, and then every time like with John and drums, he'll come up with something new different. I'll come up with something new different. Solos, I always have to like sit there and analyze it, overanalyze it sometimes, because I want it to fit the song mainly, not my ego, because there's no point in that. So
Right.
I'd rather it work for the song itself. So
It usually takes a good 6 practices before we start playing the song the same each time, and everybody kind of starts locking it in.
There you go.
It definitely takes its time. So.
Yeah.
So you thought this song was going to be good for a video. Then you call this guy over here, the master of ceremonies over here.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, Penny Rock is like the go-to company for videos now. Everybody I know, because we do a lot of video premieres, and a lot of them are yours.
Mean
everybody-
Hearts.
Mean Hearts, yeah.
Mean Hearts, and of course we had
The Immortals.
the Immortals. We had Nathan's video of Stupid Drama.
Tarantula Mountain.
Tarantula Mountain we did on here. Yeah, so everybody's like, man, who's doing these videos,
I haven't seen that band in a while.
Tarantula Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
We're actually we're in the works to do another one with those guys as well.
yeah, and Tony from 333 is like, he's going to be knocking on your door here pretty soon.
Yeah,
so
that's what I heard.
yeah, so he's like, we need to get us a video. So Who knows? I might get a promo video for myself one of these days. Who knows?
Hey,
I'll be walking around like
we
Hugh
know a
Hefner.
guy. We know a guy.
We know a guy that knows a guy. So so I'll be walking around in a Hugh Hefner bathrobe or something.
Well, what's funny is that
That'll be my video.
We did a lot of the interviews for Bloody and Bruised, and we did Houston's interview.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards, we had been talking, and he'd said, "Well, we're going to be recording a couple tracks, and eventually we'd like to do a music video or something out of that, and with one of those tracks." And so I was like, "Well, let me shoot some of that footage of you guys in the studio.
Yeah.
I'd love to use it in the film, even if it's in the epilogue sequence, And so Because You're Young is kind of like towards the end of the film, and so that's a majority of what's in the film. But they also recorded Too Old for Oi. And then he said, well, I kind of have this pretty funny idea for a music video. And so he kind of told me the concept, and I thought that was fucking great. And I was like, we need to do something with that. And then, so little by little, we kind of built ideas on top of ideas on top of ideas. And then really when you're there, and this happens a lot at some shoots, is that you come up with ideas on the spot. And if you can fit it in, you're like, you know what about this? And like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it, And, if you're still on time and everybody's still good to go and everybody has the energy, let's get that. And so pretty much a majority of what's in the video is stuff that these guys had come up with. And then everything else is just stuff that we kind of added on top of it, just extra ideas and extra things. So that's typically what we do or at least when I'm big on pre-production.
Right.
I'm big on being prepared for the days of shooting so that nobody wastes any time.
They were very prepared.
Yeah.
There was no time wasted, not a second.
Well, I've worked on a couple projects with these guys. It's been, as soon as I walk in the room, he knows exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
And that's
Don't
it.
move. Okay.
Don't move.
Everybody huddle up, shut up for a minute, listen. Here's what we're going to do. Here we go.
If you do what I tell you, we'll be out here by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
10:30, 11 o'clock.
And it was it was actually a 2-day shoot. We did 1 day for narrative and 1 day for performance. And we shot this all at John Juice's house. So we
really?
were, yeah.
I was going to ask you where you did it.
Yeah, and then with the exterior is something else,
Right.
But the interior shots, all the interior shots, we were like, we were on a call together, and we said, well, could we get this, nursing home or school or whatever, and we were kind of looking around John Juice's house, and I'm like, man, if we clear some furniture out, we could probably make it in here, and so. Next thing you know, he's taking stuff, he's moving furniture, and he's taking stuff down off the walls. We put new stuff up on the walls. And it's our little punk rock nursing home.
It'd be kind of crazy. We actually went to a real nursing home. I mean, that'd be really nuts.
Don't think we didn't try.
I still got the sign. We can make one.
What's that?
We made a sign for Ain't Dead Yet.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that on the side of the building. Was that on the side of his house? That's where it was?
Ain't Dead Yet, punk rock rehabilitation or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we knocked that out in 2 days, and actually, aside from the exterior shots and a couple other little mini things like pickup shots, the entire thing, I pretty much put it together within 2 weeks or something like that. So
because I think you guys were. I was talking to John about it because I always like to get a copy of it at least a couple of days so I can kind of set it up and look at it or whatever, and just volume and whatever else. And he goes, we're still working on it or whatever. I think you did like a couple things like on Sunday or something, or
this past Sunday we shot that exterior, the open exterior shot.
Yeah.
So really all I had to do was just plug it into the completed timeline, and it was done. Like really by Sunday night, I texted these guys like, hey, the video's done.
Yeah. Sunday night, man, I just made it home, and it wasn't even 30 minutes later. It's done.
Yeah, because I got a copy of it, and then I guess it didn't have the credits on the end or something like that.
Yeah,
Is that
I
what it
had to
was?
revise the credits real quick.
Yeah. So then I got it, I think yesterday, and I just plugged it in here and watched like 4 or 5 times. I was cracking up. It's hilarious. Hey, so what's let's dive into you for a minute. I got the update on the Bloody and Bruised thing. So from your side of it, what's going on?
Well, it is almost done. The movie is almost
Yay.
done. And so I made it public now, but I made the public announcement that, I've starting April 1st, I guess when this airs, is I'm doing Penny Rock full-time as a full-time gig. So that's going to be my day job,
Wow.
So
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
Taking the leap. And, it's a good thing. And I'm really excited. It's terrifying and exciting all at the same time.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
But I'm taking the first 2 months to actually finish the film and finish Bloody and Bruised. And then it goes, beginning of June, it's scheduled to go off into legal. Goes off to our music supervisor, get all that music clearance for everything, and then it goes to our legal team, and get it back, do all the final revisions, and then get the final cut out to South by, or at least a good somewhat working cut to South by October.
So what's the length on it going to be?
It's got to be. Right now, it's looking at about 2.5 hours, but we got to get down to 2.
Yeah,
and that's from a festival standpoint, because they're going to want it to fit within their blocks. I mean, I can't submit a 3-hour film. I could, I just won't get in, and so. And that's going to be tough once we actually have the final screenings, internal screenings, and make the decision of, all right, this is all good, or what can we trim here? What can we take out here? What's going to be deleted scene and all that stuff. That's going to be the rough part, because all this hard work for the past 4 years,
You did like 70, 80 interviews for it?
It was like close to 70 interviews.
A lot, man.
Yeah. So, and then the edit is, it's gargantuan, man. It's gargantuan. Just, there's 70 something scenes in this whole film. And,
You're not going to cut mine, are you?
No. Got
It's a blip.
If mine gets cut, there's going to be some problems.
Luckily, you made it in. So,
You're in.
For the whole 10 seconds I'm in it. But, I'm all blurry, smoking a cigarette, whatever it is. That's funny.
Thank you, Bobby Sharron. And then so where it's getting there. It's almost done. I know I've been saying that for a while, but really, it's part of the filmmaking process, and the day job and all this other stuff that I've had. But this was one of those videos this music video was something that we wanted to do. We'd already talked about since last fall.
Yeah,
and even before that, but we had already scheduled it because I knew that I was going to be busy with the film, and I said, you know what, this is the only music video I'm doing until the movie's done.
Wow.
And that's all we did. And so the next 2 months, it's going to be to finish off the film, and that's it. And get Bloody and Bruised done, and then I can finally take a break and relax and breathe and not have this ball of stress. I fucking need a pacemaker now too,
and then all of us don't have to. Hey, your buddy's doing that film, right? When's it coming out?
Yeah,
I get it all the time, man. People ask me all the time, hey, those guys, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm good friends with them. When's it coming out? I'm like 2024 South by South. What?
That's all we're saying at this point is that it's going to premiere March of 2024, regardless if it's South by or not. So
you're going to have to do like a director's cut of it. You're going to have
Jesus. I mean,
4-hour director's cut.
Oh God.
Lord of the Rings 9-hour.
You could easily make that to a 4-hour movie.
More pictures of Mark with his hair.
So the other day, so here's a quick little story. The other day, when John Jew and Houston and I, we sat down, we looked over the final video, and I showed Houston a little tiny clip of the film, and so he got to see a little segment of it while we were there, and he saw the Two Life Crew segment, right? That's what it was. And so he got to see a little bit of the final product, just a little snippet. And in it, there's Mark Olivares with his big old slash hair. And
oh my God. Yeah, that picture, man.
Yeah. So
that's some blackmail material right there.
Yeah. So
well, Mark is in the trailer part for like a hot second.
Yeah, he's in the movie, just not there's an actor playing him too. He's just not.
That was supposed to be my role, I think, in the beginning. That's why I was supposed to wear a wig and do that, but I was too tall.
Yeah, we had to recast you.
Bobby got recasted for somebody else.
Let's get Bobby out of here.
Deny.
Yeah.
I remember John Jew goes, hey, man, you think you play Mark Olivares? I'm like, I'm a little too tall to be him. Plus, I don't have that big fro,
Yeah. But no, I mean, we got somebody that played Mark Olivares, and he did a great job. And actually, we had to shoot all of his scenes fairly quickly because the actor that played him said, hey, I'm moving back to Seattle after this. Can we do our shoot soon? And I'm like, all right, let me see what I can line up. But we got it done, and it came out great. So, I mean, as far as Bloody and Bruised goes, just so that everybody out there watching knows, just March 2024. One way or another, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
I'm telling you, we're this close to being done, it's almost there. I can taste it.
And what I saw looked awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I really am. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's by far the biggest project I've ever done in my life. It's but it's of all things to take on.
Well, I remember when I saw the first Facebook post you had on it. And it was like 3 years ago at least. And I'm like, and I was like, man, this is fantastic, man. I hope I can be involved in this somehow, And then, all of a sudden, John calls me up, and, next thing you know, they're coming up here doing the premiere with the first trailer and everything.
Trailer.
And yeah.
Our first trailer's reached, I think, almost 12,000 views on Facebook now, or on YouTube now.
It's got to be more than that.
So it's gotten up there. I mean, every day I see it go up just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So, and people are talking about it. I get people send me photos still and video clips, and I'm just like, hey, thanks, but
we were done 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Submissions are done.
Yeah, hey man, can I still do an interview?
I want to tell a story about Mark.
Yeah,
It'll be a part 2 or something. I don't know.
Man, like the amount of viewer submissions, or if you want to call it that, of people just saying, I've got a story. I had sex on the roof of the back room. Like, thanks. Thank you.
So did your mom.
Yeah. So
That was with your mom. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute.
God, you could probably do like 10 volumes of that movie,
Oh yeah,
with all the people that are coming out of the woodwork.
I think we timed it out, and I think if we were to include everything that we shot, it would be like a 17-hour film.
Good Lord.
And it was like, and if you see the script, the original
Make it
transcriptions. Oh God, if you see the original transcriptions, the original transcription is a book this big, and that's just paper. It's double-sided paper.
Wow.
And it's like an NFL playbook, and like it's like, holy shit, I gotta make this in 2 hours. What the fuck, So like, so yeah, that's where we're at, and we're towards the tail end. Actually, Adon's doing a little piece of music for me for it.
Oh, nice.
So he's working on that. So he, our main music composer is Corey Trahan from the Immortals, but here and there I've gotten a couple people to submit some little ditties here and there.
Oh, that's right. You're Baby Nate, aren't you? I was
the cat's out of the bag.
I was talking to Nate yesterday. He was down in Corpus. I guess his mom passed away a while back, and
that sucks.
he was down there, putting flowers on her grave and everything. I said, "Hey man, I got Baby Nate coming out tomorrow night." He goes, "Who?" It's a Baby Nate. And I kept fucking with him for like about 10 minutes. I was on the phone when we were talking about it. He goes, "Who the hell's Baby Nate?" He thought it was like Nate from Blackheart Saints. I said, "No, not Nate. No, Baby Nate, the one that plays you in the movie." He goes, "Oh, fuck that guy."
Aw.
No, he's just kidding.
No, I know.
Yeah, but he's super stoked that someone actually played him in the movie.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, he's a big part of it. So he's a big part of it, the story, and as these guys, as Brewtality, is,
Yeah.
and that's what I remember seeing these guys at the back room back in the
I remember you used to work
99
there
or
and
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah, and Houston and all those guys. That's where I got the original CD, and I brought it to his interview, and I said, "Hey man, check it out! I still got the original CD." I've loved these guys since then, and so I've loved them, for years. So
It was great that you got everybody involved with it, though. I mean, from Pariah to Dangerous Toys, to you guys, to you name it. Just some people I saw in the trailer going, "Man, I haven't seen that guy in 15, 20 years." I mean,
Yeah, and then just going through the progression of the script, that was the hard part of how am I going to put all of these interviews together? Which I had direction when I was shooting it.
Yeah.
But now that I had it in front of me, like on paper, how am I going to do that? And then, but once we actually outlined it and said, okay, it goes from this to this, to this person, to this event, to this band, to this band, to this event, to this person. And it was in front of me. I was like, okay, I think I know how to tackle this on now. And so now that we've been editing, doing this for months now, and months and months and months and months, and now that we're at the tail end of it, it's actually piecing together like an actual film, and it's and the hardest part by far is going to be the credits. It's going to be a monster.
It's like Lord of the Rings credits.
Yeah, that you watch your extended cut. That's what's going to happen.
72 minutes of credits.
Yeah,
7 songs.
Yeah.
There'll be like a soundtrack album just for the credits.
Oh yeah, it's. I'm not looking forward to that, but it's got to get done, and but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna throw some extra tidbits, stuff that didn't make it into the actual film. We'll go into the credit sequence.
Well, the thing is, because there's always the bloopers, like during the end of the credits, people put bloopers in and stuff and the funny stuff. I mean, Nathan's probably got a ton of shit that.
He's just in there. We got them talking about the Ritalin kids. I think we got somebody talking about Tom Araya. We got a whole bunch of little clips that didn't make it into the actual final film. But we're still going to play them, at least in the credits.
Yeah.
We got the time,
Then you got to worry about that Blu-ray cut. That's going to be the.
Jesus.
You're going to put on a Blu-ray, right?
HD DVD.
If our distributor says so, yeah. I'm thinking so.
Do like a 4K version. I'm all into 4K stuff now. So
it will be in 4K. I will say that. It will be in 4K.
I mean, a 4K disc.
Oh, yeah. I like it. If the distributor does that, it should be done. So, but yeah.
Make it, I'll buy it. So if you only make one 4K disc, make sure it's for me. I'm into all that shit. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. It's awesome.
you.
I can't wait. I mean, I think the premiere party is going to be pretty wild too. So
yeah, that'll be a pretty good time. I think we're going to get a couple bands together or at least some kind of like thing where we get everybody that's involved in the backroom lore.
We went on it. We want in on it.
Yeah, these guys are in on it. So we'll do some kind of backroom reunion kind of thing, for everybody and make a big event out of it. So regardless if it makes it into South by or not, we're gonna.
How can you say it's not going to make it into South by?
I don't want to guarantee anything.
Oh, come on,
I don't want
man.
to guarantee anything.
With all the crap that they put in there, come on, man. Hey, speaking of, man, you were on the red carpet this year for.
I was shooting.
So was that like all those pictures? Was that you interviewing?
I actually had a producer in front of me and a host in front of me that were interviewing them. I was just shooting it.
Okay, I was wondering what was going on with that. I didn't know if you were the one interviewing or
no. I mean, I did interview Bruce Campbell. Awesome. And that was pretty cool. And Sam Raimi, that was pretty cool. Nice. But everybody else, I mean, they're all promoting. There's usually like a couple of big blockbuster films. This one, it was Dungeons and Dragons. So they had what's the name? Chris Pine, and a couple other people. And then the next day, I think I interviewed Dennis Quaid, and he was pretty cool. He made a local movie. Yeah,
he used to live here a while back.
Yeah,
a long time ago.
And then he used to do a golf tournament here every year. Yeah. And Eva Longoria, Kiefer Sutherland was cool. He was really laid back, You guys know Charles Dance? He's from Game of Thrones. He's an old British actor. He didn't fucking. He talked about food the whole time. we had this lovely bacon wrapped shrimp, and then thank you very much.
Hey, when you come to Austin, that's what it's all about. Is the food, man.
But yeah, that was pretty much going to be my last time covering South by Southwest. So maybe hopefully next year I'll be on that side of the red carpet.
I'm sure you will be, man. There's no way that movie won't be accepted.
We'll see.
There's gonna be. I'm telling you, there's gonna be some. Some. What do you call it? Protests out in front. There's no.
I'll be out there.
We'll be out there with our signs.
I will say though, and I've said this to the crew, and I've said this to a couple of people that I know this sounds. Very selfish, but man, I would just cream my pants if I were to see Bloody and Bruised on the Paramount marquee. Just to see that is almost worth all of this work. To see everybody. All the people taking pictures of it and people taking photos in front of it and us saying like, look, we made it. We did it. It's here, So that is my number one dream. Now, if it goes to other film festivals and everything, of course, that's great. If it goes, there's plans for it to go international. So, that's also good. So,
start a petition.
Well,
start a petition.
Well, the thing is, if it does half as well as in the Trench video there, I think you'll have a blockbuster on your hands. That damn thing, I'll tell you what, man, that thing is going to follow me around till I'm dead. That damn picture, every time.
It's good marketing, Bobby. It's good marketing.
It is.
I'm gonna try to find a high res picture of that and make a poster out of it and put it up on the wall. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's so funny because it keeps on winning awards all the time for whatever, and every time it wins an award, like John will send me like a snapshot of it. Goes, guess you have to live with this poster for another couple of weeks.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun, man. We had a good time that night making that.
Yeah, music videos are fun, man. I like doing music videos. I like working with bands and I like making music videos. Because essentially they're like little 3-4 minute, 5-minute short films, and it's a chance to work with a band, it's a chance to work with a track, chance to be creative, and it's a collaborative effort. I'm very big on listening to the band, what their ideas are and what my ideas I can contribute along with my team. And we get, a really good crew together to let's make a kick-ass music video.
Yeah.
And so, that's just kind of what Penny Rock does, man. It's like we listen to people. We listen.
We listen so you can.
There you go.
And listen to this.
And speaking of listening, let's go back in time.
Let's go all the way back.
All the way back.
No, let's go back to our first song on our first album,
Legacy of Brewtality.
1999.
Damn. That's when Broken Teeth started too, right? Was 99, wasn't it?
I think so.
So I guess Jason did Broken Teeth, and then Mike was Mike original in
Mike was in Broken Teeth, yes.
No, but was he original in Brewtality or no?
Mike was not the original bass player, but he's been the bass player the longest out of everybody.
Yeah.
He's been in the band a couple of different times.
Has he?
Yeah.
He's just bouncing around, huh? It's so funny when we show the video later, like at the end, Mike's standing there and he's kind of looking around like, what the fuck am I doing here? Did you see him? He's like looking around,
Good stuff.
what am I doing here? What am I doing with my life with these guys?
He did compliment us though, and he did say that Mike's been a part of a lot of bands, obviously. And
of course, yeah.
And Mike did tell us that he's been a part of a lot of big budget Hollywood music videos.
Oh yeah,
but
big
he
time.
actually preferred the way that we did it, and the way that we produced everything, and because we didn't waste anybody's time. And
It was laid back. It was so easy. Everybody was in there, had a good time. People were cracking up the entire time.
yeah,
And the thing is with those high budget videos back in the day, they were so expensive
Yeah.
for what they got out of it.
yeah.
I was like, man, how do you spend $500,000 on a video and it's just like a live kind of a shot, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, Legacy of Brewtality. Anything about this tune?
I just I don't even know what
It's
to
just
say,
old.
but it's just old like
It's just
me,
old.
like my memory.
All right, here it is, people. Legacy of Brewtality. There it is. Booyah.
Hell yeah.
There you go. That's raw.
In your face.
That's raw in your face. Are you still playing that song?
We are.
Yeah,
we are. Yes, we do.
There you go.
That's a great track live. That's a great
Fun.
one. It's
A lot
fun.
of fun. We have some of our songs are a little, we play about 3 different styles, kind of a rock and rolly kind of type song, and then we got some punk rock, a little bit more punk rock songs, and then we got some kind of crossover metal sounding songs. We just kind of don't want to play the same shit all the time.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So we just kind of mix it up and just write what we write.
That's the way it should be, man. No one wants to hear the same song over and over and over again,
No.
So how long you been in the band for?
Yeah, June or July is gonna be 6 years now.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought it was longer than that, no?
Yeah, it's been that long.
I wish it was longer.
You wish it was longer?
It was longer.
It will be longer.
Of course.
Man, it's hard to believe you guys have been around for like 20 plus years. Yeah. But that's a good thing though,
Yeah,
man.
oh,
You don't
yeah.
see much of that.
Man, definitely trying to hang in there. It's like back when in the early backroom days, hanging out, started off in the Contradicts.
Oh, remember them? Yeah.
Yeah. And, I wasn't a lead vocalist. I just sang backup vocals.
Yeah.
And just played, kind of timid in the band. But,
Right.
but the band ended up breaking up, and buddy of mine, we formed Belligerent 86 after that.
Oh,
And,
is that you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah, I
and-
definitely remember that. Yeah.
Played at the back room for a couple years,
Yeah.
and then when Belligerent 86 kind of broke up, just kind of everybody went their separate ways.
Right.
Formed Brewtality in 1999. Had our first show at the back room, and it was dollar pitcher night.
I'll tell you what, man, those drink specials they had up there, like, what was it, like
10-cent drink
10 cent
night
drink
on Fridays
nights.
from like 8 to 10:30.
10-cent drafts? Ooh.
When I worked there, I'm telling you, we just sat there with our watches, watching the time, and as soon as it was cutoff time, all the drunks were escorted out the door.
Oh, my God.
It was one after another, man.
That was dangerous, man. I remember one time, it's not like really a crazy story, but I remember I went in there one night and I was pretty drunk. And but the last thing you want to hear is your name over the loudspeaker. Robert Sharron, please come to the front entrance. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, what? There was cops out there waiting for me. Anyway, someone hit my car. someone backed into my car, and I'm like going, oh shit. The car I had at the time was a hunk of crap anyways, and there was no damage. And of course I'm like, I got, you could blind me with a pair, with a piece of dental floss. I was so drunk. I was just like, kind of like, and cops like, well, you want to exchange, insurance papers or anything? I'm like, nah, I'm good. There's nothing even wrong here, whatever. Okay, and that was it. I walked back in and, stopped drinking because I was fucking freaking out, It's like the last you want to hear is your name over the intercom at that place. I never heard anybody's name except for mine. That was the only time, Robert Sharron, please report to the front of the. The 2 cops are waiting for me. I'm like, son of a bitch. What did I do? Did I hit somebody on the way coming up here or something? I don't even know what happened.
It was 2 hours ago.
Oh man.
Anyways,
I used to live down the street from the back room. That's how I started going there. I lived in those apartment complexes along with all the other college kids.
Yep, me
and
too.
So it was like a buddy of mine that lived across the street said, hey, there's this place down here at the end of the block that's got these really cheap drinks. We should go over there. And then so the back room, I want to say it was probably one, if not, I think it's the first bar I actually went to in Austin. And
what year is
so
this?
This is 1999. And towards the end of 99. And so that's when I was like, holy shit, I got $5 on me. And I'm living like a king. you know, it's like, it was amazing. But yeah, man, and that's kind of why I wanted to do the film, because I don't want people to forget that. It was a special place for a lot of people.
it was the first place I went when I moved here. I moved here the week before Christmas of 91 going into 92. And the very first show that I went there and saw was a New Year's Eve show. It was Dangerous Toys and Pariah opened up. So that was my first, and I was like, what the fuck, man? It was like, this is a rock and roll club. We didn't have those up in Connecticut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a whole different kind of animal. And I met people there that I still know today, I don't talk to him much, but I still know him. But it was such a crazy place. You know, leaving that in sneakers and all that other stuff, and of course, the Babes on 6th Street, and all that kind of stuff. Oh man,
I had to go do a shoot at, I forgot what it's called, but I forgot what it's called now, but it was at La Bear, at the building that was La Bear.
The Riverside and
Riverside and Congress. Riverside and Congress.
What were you shooting?
Well, it's not there anymore. Hey, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
Hey, $20 is $20.
Look,
$20
man.
bucks.
Look, man.
It's like a 70s disco club now. And then, now they got like DJs and shit, you know, like doing it and everything like that. And I'm like, man, I don't even want to know how much the drinks are here, you know. But it's pretty swanky and it looks high end, you know. It's pretty cool looking. But I was like, wait, this is La Bear. Like, that's where, and it was also Steamboat too. Remember?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So
used to be, wasn't that like Club Rio for a while?
Yeah, and then they also turned it into a comedy theater, Bad Dog Comedy Theater for a while.
Comedy club for a while.
You know, I actually saw the Ritalin Kids there when it was Steamboat too, I guess, and so it was a cool. I mean, it was weird because like it had like stadium seating kind of thing.
I remember I saw Great White there when it was Club Rio. That was back. I couldn't even tell you the year now, but it's been a while.
Well, now it's a 70s joint.
The 70s joint?
Yeah. I don't know if it's in a good way either. You know?
Who knows?
But yeah, man. I mean, La Bear.
Yeah, I only went to the back room once, and that was like in 2001, I think. A buddy of mine, I was in college in Denton, and we came to see? I think it was like Jag Panzer and In Flames or something like that. And I remember I was sitting there in the middle. I'm like, this fucking pole. Because every time I try to move, the pit would move me back in front of the pole. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It's so funny. The best one ever. You probably were at that show. It was for Widowmaker. Widowmaker was Dee Snider from Twisted Sister had a solo band.
Yeah.
And he played there with Widowmaker. Great band. And he's doing the pole like this. He's like, what's up with this fucking, there's no poles in rock and roll. What is this shit? He's like this. You know how he is, you know? I'll tell you, man, but there's some great shows at that place. God,
that's going to be one of the hard segments to cut down. We have every single interviewee said something about the pole.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
So they used to have the stage on it was kind of like on the corner on the side a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't remember there being a pole in the middle of the floor when it was there, but I mean, I could be mistaken. That was such a long time
when
ago.
It was in the corner, there was a pole at the end of the stage.
Man, that's what it was.
So, like, usually the bass player would be like, "Fuck, man," you know? and so it was usually kind of getting in and getting out the stage. Yeah. That's where the pole was. When they moved the stage over, that's where everybody knows it now, and it was right in the middle and load bearing pole.
I saw a really big fat punk rock guy. What was it? The Exploited and Biohazard played at the back room. This fat punk rock guy gets up on stage. He runs and dives the C's part. He knocked it. He scorpion before it was a scorpion known as a scorpion. Yeah, parted like the Red Sea. He hit and just. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. He was out for 20 minutes. I swear.
No.
Yeah.
And no one helped out?
They were attending to him. They thought he died. Yeah. But he woke up.
That's the kind of shit that happened there.
Oh, my God. It's weird now because you go in there. To me, the place looks so big when you walk in there now because.
And it was not very big.
And it wasn't that. To me, it wasn't that big back then.
No.
So that pole was like way, way far away from the front door or whatever you consider the door in that place.
Yep.
You know, so to me, it's like, I don't even really consider that the old pole because I don't think is that it? The one near the bar?
The one at Emo's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the pole. That's where it was.
The actual
it's
pole?
just that they moved like the entrance and everything. So you have to go off to the side and then come back this way. So it seems a lot bigger. And plus there's, you know, they opened the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
So now it looks even
now.
bigger,
Yeah.
you know. But back then, I mean, really, there were some bands, and then shit, Houston could have done it. Like when you're playing on stage, if you're a tall dude, you could touch the ceiling. Almost, you know, and you know that it wasn't that big. I mean, originally it was two buildings. I don't know if you guys know that, but originally it was two buildings. and then they kind of joined them together and to make one big building.
I didn't know about the two building thing.
Used to smoke the marijuana between the buildings.
Oh yeah, well, wasn't like I remember that they had the dressing room like it was a different building. You had to kind of walk through in the green room.
It was separate in the next little building over.
Yeah.
So the game side was originally a place called the Copper Dollar, and what happened was an employee, I think, killed a waitress, or somehow something happened where somebody died. And the original owner of that place, in order to avoid kind of like bad press and all this other stuff, he just decided to give up on it. It was too much trouble. He said, fuck it. And he sold it to Ronnie Rourke. Ronnie took it and said, I'm just going to make it one big building. And he said, this is going to be the game side. This is going to be the band side.
Perfect, man.
And so, and we talk about that in the film a little bit.
I
so.
definitely miss playing all those video games.
Yeah.
They always had the latest
Whatever happened
shit,
to all
man.
those video games?
They're in all the HEBs. That's what the Rourke amusement.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, every video game that's like Einstein's that was on the
Yeah.
Dragon and all that stuff, that was all them.
Pretty much any claw machine in Austin
Is them.
belongs to Ronnie Rourke.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He still owns Rourke Amusement Entertainment, so.
A lot of money in that too, man.
Oh yeah, and then just the amount of quarters that would come at the end of the night, he was raking it in. He wasn't making that much money off the bands. He was making
Oh yeah, it was all at the it was what do you call it, the game side.
Yeah,
I remember that's when I first saw the UFC. Remember the Ultimate Fighting Championships? This is back when it was illegal.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know, they found the tape somewhere.
somebody would record it.
So I don't know if they recorded it or what
Because
happened.
all we had was a VHS player.
Yeah,
in
but
the thing.
when you'd walk in, and you'd take a left, and the TV was right there,
Yep.
up on the thing, and we would sit there, and we get the table like right in the corner. We'd watch these, but it was the same fights every week because they only had like one or two tapes.
I don't know who it was, but somebody used to record the UFCs off the pay-per-views, and then they would just bring it in, and then that's what would play.
Yeah, that's when it was illegal, though.
Yeah.
That was back in the day where they wouldn't tell people until
rules.
that day where it was being held because every state had a law against it.
Yeah.
So it was sort of like how do they describe that? It's almost like cockfighting, illegal cockfighting, or whatever it was.
Because the only two rules they had was like no eye gouging, no hitting the nuts. That was it.
No,
You
even
hit in the nuts.
No,
You could
even
hit
the nuts. The nuts was
No
even
biting.
illegal?
There was
There
no
was
biting.
There was
No
no
biting, that's right.
There was no weight classes.
Right.
There was no time limits on round. There wasn't any rounds.
you're right, yeah.
Yeah. For the very first, I think 5. But these were even before the first 5. It was just events that they put together, and it was brutal, man. Craziness. That's where we first saw them.
Yeah.
That's what we would go up there and just watch those fights.
And they're fighting. Some guys are fighting like 4 times a night.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would do tournaments. Yeah, they would fucking So the
you got
last
20
man,
minutes.
the last man standing would win.
Pretty
Kind of
much.
Van Damme style and shit.
Yeah, fucking big-
Kumite.
Well, the very first fight was this guy. He was this big black guy. He was like, I think 500 pounds, and there's another guy that he was just a big dude, and the other guy was, I think he was like a karate champion someplace, and he went in and they started fighting, and the guy weighed like 200 pounds, so this guy's 500 pounds.
Yeah.
He kicked him in the face, knocks him down, busted his tooth. His tooth comes flying out, and he beat him like in a couple, like in a minute. Yeah. Beat this big guy. It was the very first, I guess you would call it UFC
I
fight.
remember that. I remember.
Yeah.
I think that dude's name was Akebono, I think, the big dude. I can't remember. I remember
remember.
that fight, though.
I remember
Yeah.
that fight because the karate guy broke his hand.
Yeah.
Trying to karate chop the guy's head.
Yeah, but he busted his tooth out of his mouth. He kicked him so hard in the mouth.
Yeah.
And
Shit's
then
like
after we showed the fights there, then all you had to do was turn around and watch them live.
Yeah.
After
True.
from 8 to 10.
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy, but there's a lot of firsts at that place, Jesus Christ.
Or have a hot dog. You have an old crusty hot dog.
I don't remember the hot
I
dog.
think that was scarier than the fights.
They actually didn't skimp on those.
No, they were well done. They're okay.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about the show coming up. Your 51st birthday. Can we say 55, 51?
51.
51, 55. That's me.
He can't drive 55.
Yeah, no shit. That was my thing this year, 55. Hey, you're 4 years away, so,
That's it.
It's so funny because, long story short, we're going to try to pull the 55 thing out at a restaurant and see if I can get senior citizen discounts. I I was ordering, Twin Peaks. I'm like, I'm not gonna pull it out here, man. Come on. This is the worst place to pull out a senior citizen discount at Twin Peaks. Hey, I get half price for this fucking, for this hamburger.
This appetizer.
This appetizer.
These cheese sticks.
Do I get free appetizers? How does this work? Anyway, Saturday, April 1st, 2023, over at Kick Butt Coffee, right?
Yes, sir.
So who's the bands on this now besides yourself?
So the first band that's playing that night is the Number 2 Specials, and they're from San Antonio.
Okay.
They're actually a Specials tribute band.
Nice.
And they're going to play a 90-minute set, and it's going to be really good. Like,
Wow.
we've seen them play down in San Antonio before, and I'm dead serious. If you were not looking at the stage, you couldn't tell that it wasn't the Specials playing.
Wow. A 90-minute set, though, huh?
A 90-minute set. We're trying to. There's a lot. This is going to be their final performance.
Okay.
And when it comes to those songs, man, 90 minutes is going to be over really fast.
Yeah, no kidding.
But we got a lot of people coming out to see them, and
That's like all the hits and then some, right?
yeah, that's pretty much. It's basically just all the hits.
It's all the hits and then
yeah.
a whole bunch of other stuff, too. You just got 90 minutes. It's a long time to play.
But I'm sure they have to breathe a few times in between some of the songs.
God, I haven't, man, even like thinking about the Specials, I can't remember even the last time I heard the Specials.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to a ska show. So we kind of, the Too Old for Oi kind of theme, the
Yeah.
ska and the old Two-Tone Army stuff, It's
That was back in the MTV days, man. The
Yes.
Specials were on and
Yep.
shit.
So it's like we're just trying to keep it going, man. Keep
Yeah.
it true to the tradition of putting a little bit of ska in some of the punk rock shows.
So they're from like what, 9 to 10:30 then? It says 9 to 11 on the
rough. Yeah, about
flyer.
like 9. Yeah, just roughly. We might drag our feet a couple minutes getting them started. You know what I'm saying?
They're too old for Oi, man.
Yeah.
Too old for Oi.
Yeah. Then the headliner, Generation Exit, Chris Klink.
Chris Clink, Dustin Stroud.
See, I haven't seen him yet, so
Clint Baker,
I don't know exactly who's in the band.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a surprise.
So I'm excited to see them.
Mm-hmm. They're great. They're fun.
And then you guys come out at 11:30.
Yes.
Nice.
Right after we debut our video.
So you're going to debut the video right at 11:30. So what we're going to try to do, I'm going to see if I'm going to talk to Robert tomorrow. Or John, excuse me. Why I keep saying Robert? Because Robert's in the middle. No, I'll talk to John tomorrow about maybe hooking up the public access show, and you can maybe debut it that way.
Hell yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
That would be awesome.
You could debut the show and the video at the same time.
Talk to John.
John's like, I don't know. Love to see it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, so this is Too Old for Oi, the video premiere on your birthday party over at Kick Butt Coffee.
Correct.
Yes. I got to mention one thing, though. I always rave about their food all the time. And I actually couldn't figure out the name of the sandwich that I had over there. And I actually went over to, they got great food at that place. You ever eat over there?
Yes, they do.
Anyways, I got a sandwich called the Balboa. This is what you got to get, man. This thing is fantastic. But anyways, I was trying to remember on the last podcast we were talking about it. And I went down there to go see, Stephen Bishop had a thing for South by Southwest. He did a Sunday and a Monday. And I went on the Sunday and I actually got one of those sandwiches, and I had to really put it in my brain to remember it because I was talking to the girl about it. And I said, man, it's the Balboa. That's what I need to tell everybody. Get the Balboa. So there you go.
Nice.
Man, but their food is so good. It's like, I don't want to be like your English friend there, but talk about food. No, but it's like, it's not even, I don't even consider it bar food.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It's a coffee shop. They just like to have punk rock and rock
Punk
show.
rock and good food.
And they got booze. Exactly.
That's a great little club over there.
Definitely one of my favorite places to
Yeah.
They got a lot of, plus, I mean, they're doing all the streaming and stuff over there.
Ernie,
and
man, he's a monster. He's able to-
Ernie's one of the best sound guys.
Yeah, and like he
By
knows
far.
how everything works straight up, and he knows exactly what to do, and it's impressive. Not a lot of other.
Well, he's got
places
that
do
place dialed in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he knows. I mean,
Daniel keeps that place like a well-oiled machine for sure.
well, it's weird because sometimes when I'm over there, I kind of look over his shoulder because he uses the same kind of programs I do and stuff. I'm like, what's he doing over there? I'm going to kind of take a couple of things off of him and use it for me. I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but
Steal from the best, baby. Steal
yeah,
from the
there
best.
you go.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
did y'all want to play another song?
Yeah, let's play another song, man. Let's do Too drunk for punk? No, that's not it. What I'm talking about. Let's do Out of Her Mind.
Let's do that one.
Anything about this tune?
Well, I think everybody's dated that girl at one point.
Oh boy, we're in trouble now.
Guilty.
Guilty to.
Yeah.
How many hands can we use? How many fingers can we use for this one?
Count with my toes.
Well, there's 4 of us in here.
That's a lot of fingers and toes right there.
Carry the one.
Carry the 1 times 3. Anyways, Out of Her Mind, people. Here it is. Check it out.
That girl's really out of her mind. She drove me crazy for the very last time. You got a mouth on her, you can close if you fucking try. She's always getting drunk, falling on the ground. She's failing every dick this side of town. She fails so many times, she might not get up again. She tries to pick me up when I'm feeling blue. Tries to pick me up when I'm out with you. She tries to pick me up, I try to turn her down again. Man, every time I go downtown, she corners me. Well, I can tell there's something wrong by the sparkle in her eyes. I can tell we were meant to be, why can't she see? So I sit around wondering if I'm gonna die. She's a little neurotic, a lot of psychotic stalker girl. She's got it in her head, she's the only one for me. She's a little neurotic, a lot of psychotic stalker girl. And if things go away, she'll end up killing me. Man, every time I go downtown, she corners me. Well, I can tell there's something wrong by the sparkle in her eyes. I can tell we were meant to be, what can't she see? So I sit around wondering if I'm gonna die. She's a little neurotic, a lot of psychotic stalker girl. Got it in her head, she's the only one for me. She's a little neurotic, a lot of psychotic stalker girl. And if things don't go away, she'll end up killing me. Yeah, little neurotic, a lot of psychotic stalker girl. Got it in her head, she's the only one for me. She's a little neurotic, a lot of psychotic stalker girl. If things don't go away, she'll end up killing me.
Yeah. Out of Her Mind. I think we're all out of our minds. That's what the problem is.
Past 3 years, yeah.
You think?
Okay. It's our new normal now. You know?
I guess to be in Brewtality, you have to be a little nuts, right? Is that how it works?
Well, probably to deal with me.
Nah, you're not that bad, are you? I haven't heard anything about you.
Oh, they're just being nice.
They don't want to piss me off. Are you still working over Come and Take It?
No, I haven't been there in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a warehouse job now.
Oh, do you really?
Yes.
Oh.
And it actually got away 29 years in the bar business there, and I hung it up, and I actually like my new job way better.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have to deal with a bunch of drunk assholes all the time. So much more fun. I don't have to. You know, I can't tell you the last time I actually hit somebody.
Is that a good thing?
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Gotta
Yeah.
keep in shape, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you had another job, actually. You want to tell them about the other job?
What's that?
The dancing.
Oh yeah. I used to teach country western two-step dancing.
Okay, really?
Yeah, and actually really good at it.
Wow.
Yeah, did that for 8 years at the White Horse.
So are you doing it now?
Now, I don't. We still go out. Like me and my wife still go out and dance. We meet up with a bunch of people.
Okay.
At all the dance halls and stuff. But I just don't teach it anymore. Just kind of COVID kind of killed it.
Oh yeah.
And
well, COVID's gone. You need to get back into it.
Well, yeah, I know.
Good exercise.
Yeah, I definitely. I need to get on that. But I'm hoping that we play a lot more shows.
Right.
So I don't have time to do it.
So what do you got coming up? Speaking of shows, what do you got coming up?
May 6th, we're at the Metropolis
Metropolis
Apartments.
Oh, at the apartments.
At the apartments. Pool party.
Oh boy, those are the best, man.
Yeah.
Pool party.
Yeah.
I was there at your last one. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a good time. We played with Trump Card.
You did.
That was a good time. And June 3rd at Valhalla downtown.
There you go.
We I wish, playing downtown, everybody used to live down there.
Yeah.
And ever since everything kind of changed, it's hard to get back down there,
Man, this I don't know any bands playing downtown anymore.
It's really hard.
If you're talking 6th Street and that
Yeah.
thing, I don't know anybody even playing
No.
down there anymore.
I mean, I remember when Flamingo Cantina had all the shows too. And
Yeah.
I don't see.
Flamingo,
Yeah.
Black Cat.
Yeah.
Well, the Black Cat burnt down,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Black
Yeah,
Cat. Damn, miss
Demos.
that place.
Yeah.
We played there a bunch too. We played there actually 2 days before it burned down. The day that we were playing there, they were installing the money machine into the wiring there.
ATM.
That's what burned down the place.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it was faulty wiring in the thing.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. They asked us. They're like, "Well,
Get
you
out
can."
of town,
Yeah,
really?
we were really drunk that night that we played, and
No.
they didn't have a no shit. Yeah, they didn't have a show the next couple nights. I guess we played there on Saturday or whatever, and they asked us if we wanted to leave our equipment, and we almost did. We almost
Oh
did.
my god.
Dang.
But we ended up getting all of our stuff out of there, and then a couple days later it burned down.
Damn.
I remember walking by it like a week afterwards. The place was just fucking burned out.
Oh,
it looked
yeah.
like an insurance scam or something. With
I felt bad for the Flame Trick subs.
Yeah.
Because that was their
Oh, that
like
was
the residency.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
so,
home.
Like, you remember those guys?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they
I
still,
remember
they still
them,
play
yeah.
every once in a while, and like I was like, oh man.
I used to go see Retarded Elf there all the time.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a good time too.
Oh, no kidding. They were such a great band. God, they were so good. I wish they would do a reunion, but I think a couple of them passed away, right? And
I'm not sure.
I think
One
one
of them reached out to me about being in the movie, and so they're mentioned in the movie.
Okay.
So, we
But
got
they
some
weren't
of those.
really a backroom band, though, were they?
They played a little bit. Yeah, they
Little bit here
played
and there.
shows there. They did play shows there.
But every time I saw them was always like, either Black Cat or I'm trying to think what else was down there at the time. But I used to see them on 6th Street all the time.
The Bates Motel.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Your feet stuck to the floor in that place.
Oh, feet stuck to the floor all over Austin. Never mind that place. Jesus. Going to the back room was the same. Speaking of the back room again,
Yeah.
it's like,
Not
I mean, I used to live off that Red River district all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was just like it was
the old dog
710,
leg.
710, Red Eyed Fly,
Beerland.
Beerland, and then Emos, and then
Headhunters.
Headhunters. Yeah,
was-
with Looney.
The block that rocked.
Yeah, it was cool.
Good times.
yeah. Speaking of headhunters, guess who I saw the other night over at Hotspot?
John Taffer.
How'd you guess?
Was it really? Yeah. Oh shit! Really?
The owner, right?
Oh no!
Who's the owner?
Steve Ricci.
He was there.
Awesome.
Steve was there. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody always asks me about that episode, like quite often.
Right.
And yeah, Rock and Roaches. That's the name of the episode. Rock and Roaches.
It's so funny because when he showed up, everybody was pointing at him. Like people still remember that episode, man.
Yeah.
It's like they won't let it go.
The Bug Bomb.
Yeah,
Didn't that place turn into what was it? Something
it was a steampunk place.
Yeah,
well,
but it was
it was because we went on the John Tafford show, the what the Bar Rescue.
yeah.
And it became Metal and Lace.
Metal
Metal
Lace.
and
That didn't
Lace,
last that long, right?
No.
That was one of the few places that decided to turn it back the old ways.
Yeah, and well, another thing is Steve only had a couple of years left on the lease, and the guy that owned the property, I guess, bought it out from him.
Okay.
So that's why he had an opportunity to get out of it, and he left on top instead of on
Yeah.
the bottom.
Yeah, but everybody, like people from up north will ask me about it because they see it on TV.
Yeah.
Is that place really that bad? And I'm like,
Yes.
yeah. From what I mean, for the handful of times that I went there, yeah, it was pretty bad. I think I got a roach in one of my drinks one time. I think, from what I remember.
Not good.
A long time ago.
That's why I stuck to beer.
Yeah.
I was in 2 different punk bands. I played there a few times. Sleazy's Fist was one of them.
Yeah, but it was crazy seeing him there because I haven't seen him in such a long time, and he showed up and everybody's pointing at him. I'm like, man, what are you pointing at this poor guy for? That TV show was on 10, 12 years ago. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he was all hammered anyways. It was pretty funny.
That was me, damn it.
He was all hammered. He's bumping into people. He actually slammed into me. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's small. He's not that big of a guy, Oh, good time. Good times. Good times.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I went and saw, what do you call it over there? Where the hell did we go see the other night? Fuck. Blackheart Saints opened up for Winery Dogs.
Oh, cool.
Richie Kotzen and Billy Shannon. They were, oh my God, those dudes murdered. Oh my God. Did you go?
No, I didn't.
Did you
But
go?
I know Mike Portnoy's a drummer. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He
They
posted
were,
a picture of it from the stage or from the stage. Yeah.
they were so good.
Yeah.
Those dudes, it's like they're like as musicians, they're like aliens. They're so good at what they do. They're just phenomenal. They got a lot of great shows coming over there at Hotspot.
They're doing like I want to say like sometime in the summer they're doing like a hair metal. It's all hair metal night. And they do like tribute shows and stuff like that every once in a while. But this one, I think it's like a Motley Crue one, and it's a big all day or big one. And I gotta applaud that place, man. They do lots of really big, good shows, solid lineups, and solid bills. So
Well, they're bringing the acts in there. It's either they go to Come and Take It Live or they go over there, and they're starting to get a lot of really good shows over there. I think the place holds around 2,000, so they can hold a lot of people.
Yeah.
But they're always getting like really, really good acts over there.
yeah, they brought I had the opportunity to go shoot with Bret Michaels.
Oh, really?
When he played there. And man, I had a long day and I gave it to one of my guys and I was like, you know what? You go do this Bret Michaels thing. And he was like, okay. Yeah. he had a blast. And because he was right up on the stage. And sure enough, nothing but 50, 60-year-old chicks right in the front. Just like, and he's like, well, they're hopping around.
Saddlebags.
It's Cougar night.
Oh, and he's like, it was fun, man. You missed out. I'm like,
I always have a good time at that place. The only thing that I don't like about that place is I'm not a big drinker, but their drinks are very expensive. So it's like when Bull, right? Yeah. So Bull's birthday, I went up there.
Yeah, I saw you there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were there. So I'm sorry, dude.
Speaking of drinking,
How many drinks you have, man?
It's like all these shows kind of roll into each other and stuff. But I bought a couple of drinks and shots for the band, and I get this bill at the end of the night. I'm like going, what? Did somebody add some shit to this? Because there's no way that my bill is this expensive. So every time I go there now, I'll have one, and that's it.
That's one of the benefits that I don't.
You don't drink
I
anymore,
don't drink, and man, because I'm going to the Come and Take It tomorrow or I guess Friday, whenever this airs, for the Satan show.
Be there.
Oh,
Are you going to be there?
Yeah,
oh, awesome. Yeah, with Haunt and Night Demon.
Night Demon, yeah.
Night Demon. Oh shit, man. That's talk about. It's gonna be so good. And I was telling one of my buddies that I was like, dude, I'm gonna spend my whole paycheck on merch. And
there you go, man.
And then he goes, hey, at least it's not a bar tab.
That's
and
true.
Like,
at least you can take something home. You get something for your money.
Yeah, and it helps the band.
Yeah,
and
it helps the band.
the number one thing is helps the band. But at least and of course buying a ticket for the place. But I buy a soda or water.
Yeah,
and I'm like, hi. So of course I'm not as violent in the pit anymore or anything.
No.
So it's not as
Too old
sloppy.
for that.
Yeah.
That's one of my new things now is because you know how it is. People offer, put you on the guest list. I'm like, no, I never take a guest list spot. I always pay to go see every band. Even for my show, I buy tickets to my own show, because I want to support the bands.
Absolutely.
And now it's a thing where I'm going to take it upon myself to buy at least one piece of merch every time I go, because people bring me shit up here all the time. And I still wear that shirt you guys gave me the last time when you were up here, Should actually put it on tonight. But, just trying to support the bands, you know. And you go out, it's like it's so funny that people will bitch about, man, it's fucking $5 to get in here tonight, but they'll go to the bar and spend $100.
Yeah.
and it's no big deal.
Yeah, but those are the same motherfuckers that don't tip too.
Yeah. I bought this shirt from Phildo, you know, like he's like, hey, I got more shirts. And I'm like, Phildo's the only guy I've seen that's selling shirts and switchblades. And I'm like, all right.
Switchblades, holy shit.
You know, but
I went in on that.
you want in on that?
I need a switchblade and a shirt. It's a package deal.
Support the bands.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got new merch coming out then, right?
We're working on it.
Hey, speaking of, man, you got a new logo, right? Is that a new logo?
Well,
With the skull with the
still,
mohawk?
we're still working out the details with that logo.
I like that.
Yeah, it's an awesome logo.
Yeah,
we
me
just
too.
we just had to, we yeah. Yeah, speaking of, he got it
of-
tattooed on him.
I know I was going to ask you about that 'cause I saw that. Can I say it? It's a spoiler of the video of we're going to play
no,
in a
you're
few
good,
minutes.
you're good.
But it shows, you know, him doing a.
Yeah.
Was it that was already done, right? When he
Yes.
was doing it? Yeah, because it looked like it. I could tell it looked a little old. So
Yeah, I had to change the graphics a little bit on it, and we had to add a few little things to it. And I ran out of time before our video came out, so that was the only reason why the brand new logo ain't on this one. But
Okay.
but that one's pretty new. We haven't
that one's cool though.
Yeah, we haven't used that on nothing really but shirts.
Yeah, that's good though. Yeah, because I was looking for that online because I wanted to do something where I can kind of put that logo inside the episode, you know.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it anywhere.
We're always getting new logos, so it's like
Nothing wrong with that. I'm on my third one right now.
If anybody wants to draw a logo for us,
Skulls,
we're down.
mohawks.
Yeah.
I have to get that tattooed also.
17 Brutality logos later.
It's funny. It's sort of like this guy I used to work with about 10 or 12 years ago. He was like a Tool fanatic, right? And he had every Tool logo tattooed on his body. I mean, big ones too, not just small ones. And he had them because they have, I don't know how many different logos, right? He had them all over on his arms and his chest. He was a fanatic. And he would go to every show, no matter where it was. In Texas, he was there. But he had every logo tattooed on him.
That's the guy you got to watch out for, man.
Really? Don't talk about Tool. No. Yeah, but merch is where it's at now, man.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're trying to get all these new logos down, and then we're gonna have a whole new line of merch. We've been working with a buddy of mine that has a t-shirt company that he's in Colorado right now, and it's a working class streetwear. And,
Okay.
We're working, trying to work out a little deal to get a couple t-shirts done by him,
Yeah, that's cool.
and it will include their logo on it too. So
Yeah.
I want one of those.
yes, I promise. I want one of those.
That's the thing about merch, though, man, that I find because there's a lot of let's say a lot. There's a few bands, or how do I put this? I'm going to piss somebody off. So, I always tell bands get a logo that looks cool on merch.
You have to have a stamp.
You got to have
Yeah.
something that
Yeah.
when you put it on a shirt, it looks fucking cool. You know?
You can see our logo from 2 blocks down the street.
Yeah.
If somebody's wearing our shirt.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, man, that's really cool. I hope that's what they're going to be using from now on for their shirts. Man, that's a pretty badass looking.
We have a bunch. They're all stamps. Like every logo that we get, we try to make it look like it just stands out.
Yeah, because you could put that on anything that'll look good.
Yep.
You know, koozies and shirts. And I'll tell you, man, I go to shows now and it's like the bands have so much stuff now.
Yes.
As opposed to like, say, like 20, 25 years ago, you have maybe a shirt, you'd have a CD, maybe.
We're working on it.
and now
we're
everything is
slowly
like
working on it.
you go to shows now, man. It's not even about the bands anymore. It's like their brand and their merch.
Yeah. Brutality the breakfast cereal. Brutality the flamethrower.
I mean, essentially that's what a music video is, right? It's a marketing tool,
Exactly what it
marketing
is.
piece about the band, you know, and me with having a background in advertising and TV advertising and stuff. That's kind of like where I kind of say, well, you know, it'd be kind of cool is if, you know, in the music video we do this and this and this because it creates a brand for the music video and for the band. You know, so that it's all a part of what we do and what I do with the bands, and it's considered a piece of merch, just not outright purchased by a
Well,
consumer.
and that's the thing. Like with me, this is my personal thought on the whole thing with the music video. Because like back when I remember staying up late for that first MTV night in '81. Back when when it first came out, and everybody when a single came out, they automatically had a video for it. And I think now it's actually kind of going back to that again. Because all you see, it's all about people's phones and it's all about the visual. The audio is one thing, but the video is like, that's majorly important.
Consuming content.
Yeah.
Consuming content on a regular and constantly providing content. And that's the other thing. Because I think, so like Night Demon, I was watching some of their music videos. They released one a day.
Really?
Did you know
Wow.
that? So they just released an album. What was it, 2 weeks ago? They released a new album. They released their first music video off this album back in November or December of last year. And then they released another music video a couple weeks ago. And then they released a third music video today. But the album just came out 2 weeks ago. So they're already front loading it. And
that's
they're already
crazy.
getting people familiar with the tracks. And the album's not even out yet. I think, I think
what we're
Haunt,
doing.
and Haunt, their album's not even out yet, and they're playing all their new shit, and it's not even. I think you can buy one of their tracks or something like that.
Well, you know what the big deal? You know what the deal right now it is? A lot of the albums, if you see like a lot of like singles coming out, you'll say like, okay, like I don't know, I know what, I'm not gonna pick a band, but just say a band puts out a single today, right? And you don't see the albums being released in August or September. You know the reason for that? They're printing vinyl. Printing vinyl takes so long. That's they like we want to put out the record like next month, but we can't because we're like in line to get vinyl made for this one, and it's taking months and months and months.
And vinyl's now outselling
Not selling CDs and
CDs
stuff.
and digital.
But
So.
I'm gonna reach out to Lars. Like, can we borrow your factory?
Yeah.
to print our
Did you hear about
vinyl,
that?
please?
He bought like did like Metallica buy like a vinyl factory or
Yeah.
some shit?
Because they always sell out their vinyls quite a bit. But then the opposite happened to Adele. She put her recent album on vinyl, like I think back in November, and no one bought it.
Yeah.
It's-
And now
you
there's
find
like a
tons of them in Goodwill.
surplus.
Well, it's a bunch of young chicks buying it. That's why
Valid point.
they don't have they don't have turntables. No. So hey, Metallica fans are gonna have turntables. Trust me.
I actually have one at home. My mom does. She's got one where you can record it to a CD
Oh wow.
from the vinyl.
I've
it's
heard
really
of that.
interesting. Yeah.
I've
Really
heard of that.
interesting. Yeah.
Well, where do you get like CD recordables now?
I have one of those at home.
I think you still find them now.
can still find them?
Because ironically enough, I went to Best Buy like 2
Amazon,
years ago.
maybe.
2 years ago, and there was a Walkman there. And I'm like, when do those come back?
Yeah.
Cassettes are coming
Retro.
back now.
Cassettes are coming back. That's part of the merch lineup now.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
cassettes. And you can buy CD rewritables still. I buy DVD rewritables on Amazon all
yeah.
the time. It's I don't know about it, it's pretty cool. I think it's cool that having that physical media, it's I've always been a proponent of physical media. I've got, 1,500 DVDs in my library.
Yeah, I got a ton of myself.
I got a shit ton of vinyl myself and a shit ton of CDs. I go buy, what's funny is a long time ago, I sold all of my CDs to pawn shops. For beer money,
Right.
and I was like, it's just CDs.
I'll get them later.
Whatever, I'll get them later. And now I'm slowly buying them back.
Right.
Well,
even that recording
All the
company,
beer money. That's why.
right? The recording company Tascam. I still have my 4-track recorder. They're actually releasing blank cassettes now. They never did before.
Yeah.
Because you can get them. You could get them. 20 for $1. Now they're actually releasing their own blank cassettes. You can record in your 4 tracks now.
Oh wow.
I had to buy blank cassettes for the film because Dave Pruitt gave me a whole shit ton of cassettes for just copy these over, and then so all I could do was buy blank cassettes. And they were like, I want to say there was $25 for like 7 of them, 8 of them, or something like that. $30 for like 8 of them, or something.
Wow, that's expensive.
I was like, God damn, all right, gotta do slow speed on this one.
Where's that 90-minute one?
Yeah, where's the 90-minute? Like recording 2 albums on this time.
They used to, they went up to like 240 minutes at one point, didn't they? Where the tape was so thin you could see through it and shit.
You can get the metal kind if you wanted the fancy ones.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
that's how it was like back in the old days when I would buy a CD. This is like probably like the late 80s. I would always get a CD. I buy music CD. Then I would buy a blank tape because I didn't have a CD player in my car, so I could just do a tape and
Dub
have
it
for the
off.
car and dub it off, yeah, or a bunch for friends.
Right.
Yeah, but it's good that it's all coming back around again because I still love CDs and I'm not a big proponent of tapes anymore, but
Yeah, some of the tapes. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember having those cassettes where you leave them in the sun too long, so they turn into the chipmunk version of whatever it is. And,
Right. And if you did, my mom used to have that radio where you could had the two tape decks, so you could record them. Before that we didn't have that, so I had to carry like 8 tapes with me. My favorite albums.
I still have the CD visor.
Yeah.
The visor. I still have the
You
CD
still got
visor.
one of those?
Yeah, I still got one of those.
I don't have a CD player in my
mini
car.
disc
So.
the other day. I had a mini disc player at one point, like early
that's cool.
2000s. Yeah,
Damn.
I think it works.
You can start pulling 8-tracks out and reel-to-reel tapes and shit like that.
We should do 8 tracks.
Brand new line of merch. Brutality 8 tracks.
What is this? A Nintendo 1?
I'll tell you what, man. If
gonna
you had
blow
an
on it?
8-track, but I'll tell you that's something that no one else would have, though.
Yeah.
I don't think you can even get an 8-track made, can you?
I don't know.
Surely not. I don't think
God,
so.
four tracks on each side of it, and you never get to pick. You push the button, and you never get to pick where it comes in on the song.
Those things were so horrible, man. Oh my god.
Just play.
I think I bought like 2 8-tracks in my whole life. I think Van Halen Women and Children First was one, and I don't remember the other one. I know I bought 2, and I said, fuck this. They were so bad.
It's true.
And they sounded horrific, too. It was like the worst sound quality ever. Yeah. But I don't know whose idea for an 8-track, I don't know who even came up with that format. It was terrible.
I think at the time they still had reels. You could actually buy reels.
Yeah, you could buy reels.
You could
Yeah.
buy reels,
Yeah.
and I think they just try to let's make a compact version of that, and that's what worked, and not very well. But I had an uncle that used to have all the 8-track collection. I was like, what the fuck are these? And I'm like, he was like, oh, those we can play music on those.
Caveman.
Yeah, like, what?
But it's really funny about that though. There's certain like 8-tracks. If you can find an 8-track like in, I know like there's a certain like couple of Kiss ones, from the old days. That if they're still in the box, they're worth ungodly. If I told you how much they were worth, you'd be like, "What? Are you fucking kidding me?" Yeah, they only made like a certain amount of them,
The CD boxes, those big old long CD
boxes.
boxes,
Oh, yeah.
the long boxes, those are worth a shit ton. Just the boxes.
Are they?
Not even with the CDs, just the boxes. The Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion, and Appetite, and all those, and
Yeah,
Nirvana, like all of those. Those are fucking worth a shit ton of money. So
Well, we're just about at that time.
I'm ready.
It's a premiere.
I'm ready.
The brand we got like 3 minutes, so we got to fill 3 minutes because John Jew is gonna probably bitch slap me if I'm a minute over or a minute under. So I told him we would play this right at the 1:30 mark.
Which, by the way, before we could put it on, didn't they do gang vocals too? Him and John.
Yeah.
oh, that's right.
They did do gang vocals on all 3 tracks we recorded.
Yeah,
didn't they?
yeah. Me, John Jew, and Adam, along with a couple other Brutality friends, we all went went to the studio and recorded. So that's us singing in the background along with a couple other people.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Penny Rocket, which was a dream of mine. That I'm like, oh shit, I'm on a record.
That's right. And we're in a movie, in a video.
Yeah, and they're in the movie.
It won't be the last time.
No, there
for
you go.
sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You're in a movie and a video. Look at this. Damn, you're just like a movie star now. You're going places, son.
Yeah.
You're on the way up.
Just need the merch.
Yeah, there you go. Too old for Oi merch. There you go.
Yeah, that's what we're working on.
You need to get like that picture, put that on a shirt. Seriously, you should get like a bunch of those made.
I'll talk to Craig. And see
Those are
what we
bad.
can do.
No, they have a thing. It's called DTG. It's like direct to garment printing, where it actually will print the picture on there, and you could get maybe 10 or 12 of those made. Be awesome.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'd buy one. I think it's very cool. All right, so here it is. Too old for Oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, 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 oi. And so you are the director on this.
Yes.
Penny Rock Productions.
Yes.
I'm trying to get to that 1:30 exactly. Kind of like, I'm at 1:28. Fuck it. Let's just do it. Here it is, people. The world premiere, Too Old for Oi. Check it out.
Dad, I think you're really gonna like it here.
You're gonna get a soft bathrobe and a sweet wristband like at a punk rock show.
Punk rock will never die, and neither will I.
You have it way too easy. The road before you has been paved by all these working class hooligans while you were still in first grade. There's nothing left to prove now. It was settled back in the day, and now hot topic makes it way too easy to be a punk today. just wanna hang.
Perfect.
And action! Run! Go, go, go!
You ain't trying to punch her! Oh, hell no! Oh, is that?
Good, cut.
There it is.
Yo.
The world premiere. You know what that last scene when everybody's walking on the street?
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? Remember Jackass? when they like at the beginning of the movie, they're walking down the street.
That was actually. Oh, you want to tell them what it is?
I was gonna. It's our little what it would be homage to,
Tribute.
Their homage.
Homage to Suburbia.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. That was kind of like a mutual idea that we were like, oh, it'd be really cool to get you guys walking down the street. Like, oh yeah, like Suburbia. I'm like, yes, exactly, like Suburbia. So it's we actually like I was like really looking forward to that shot. That was one of my favorite shots. And then Steph, who plays like the head nurse, she, I just asked her, hey, what do you think about playing like a kind of like a hot doctor kind of thing? She's like, oh, okay, let's do it, And I love all of the solo shots of her, like, just messing around and everything like that. And
we had to make sure it's like, is her husband going to be okay with this?
Yeah. And
Was he okay?
Yeah, he's the
I'm
guy.
sure he was.
That's her boyfriend. I think that the guy that actually plays the son that brings in the wheelchair, that's him. So like, you're gonna get a bracelet just like at a punk rock show. That's him. So they were both at the shoot. It was fun. It was great. This was one of the best music video experiences I've had. It's fun when everybody collaborates together and you make something cool. And Houston texted me. He's like, hey man, how do you feel about this music video? And I'm like, dude, I'm proud of it. I love having my name on it.
Looks like you guys had a blast.
Oh, we had a blast.
Yeah. It's a cool thing when a bunch of creative people get together, you get to make something like this and, spend a weekend kind of putting it together and everybody's like, oh man, I can't wait to see this.
And now you got to make a part 2 now.
We'll definitely save up our beer money so we can make another video.
I got some CDs I could sell.
You got any 8-tracks?
8-tracks. Might.
Yeah, it just, it's really funny. There's a shot and I don't know, it's just the way the camera angle looked, but it looks like the drummer's bass drum is like this fucking long. It looks like it's 3 feet long. I'm like, man, where do you get that big ass bass drum? Then you see other shots, it looks like a normal bass drum. So I don't know if it's how you shot it or whatever.
There's different camera lenses and tricks that we do.
The thing looks like it's like 3 feet long. I'm like, man, he's got a big ass bass drum there.
Yeah.
Like back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go back to the show, man. Saturday, April 1st, 2023. This is this year, right?
Yes.
Hey, you never know, man. The way COVID's hitting things, man, you never know what year it's going to be anymore.
True.
So anyways, over at Kick Butt Coffee, so the number 2 specials go on at 9 o'clock, and they're playing till about 10:30, 11-ish?
Correct.
Awesome. So that's a tribute to the specials.
Correct. And this will be their final performance.
Really? What's up with the band?
They're just all from other bands, and they're all just kind of going back to their own thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure somebody could probably talk them into doing this again.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's all about money.
Exactly.
It's all about money. Trust me.
But if you like the specials and you want to have a good night of
how long they been around for?
The number 2 specials?
Yeah, number 2 specials.
They've only, I would say, maybe a year. As
Really?
far as I know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they've been around that long.
That's the first I've ever heard of them. That's what I was asking.
I've only seen them play like maybe 3 times. Like they were announcing shows. I don't know if they played any more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just something to do for fun, I guess, on a whim, and they just kind of took it serious for a little while and just had some fun with some shows.
And that was it.
Good
I'm
times.
sure it'll come back though. It always does.
I'm sure. But if you want to hear some old ska,
there you go, man.
Come on with it.
Big time. And after them is it's you guys first, right?
We'll do our video release.
Brewtality Inc. Yeah.
And then we'll play our set.
And then Generation Exit's not is after that. Now who's in Generation Exit? I'm trying to remember.
Chris Klink, Clint Baker, Dustin Stroud,
April,
and then on drums, and then
they sound familiar. I'm just trying to place.
It's all the guys from the Ritalin Kids and Born to Lose.
Oh,
well, not
okay.
all the guys, but like So that's they kind of formed together and made kind of like a combination band. And that's
cool.
So they're fun, man. I've seen them once. I think John's seen them twice, and they make little buttons for every single show. I think.
Oh, he was saying something about that when
Yeah.
he was up here. Yeah, he make individual buttons for every show and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got cool patches. I mean, they're just really good, and especially for like old school punks kind of thing like that. So like if you're into the old school punk of nice, good, solid punk rock, then they're fun. Yeah, they're really fun. They actually bring out a good crowd, and and then what's her name? April on drums, man. She's fucking wails, man. She just, you see her and her head's just swinging the entire time, and it's just
definitely one of the top drummers in Boston.
She respect
by far.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a good night.
And they're on at 12:30.
Correct.
Okay. Are you still gonna be awake after that, or
Hell
what?
yeah.
He's got to load out.
I'm gonna take a nap in my car.
Well, you are getting a little up there in the years. I don't know. It was your 51st birthday. You'll be out there partying and stuff, and
I saw one of my friends posted yesterday or a couple days ago saying like, it said if I'm at your show and I'm yawning and you're playing, and you're yawning, it's not because you suck or boring. It's because it's past 10 p.m.
It's so funny now because, I remember back in the old days, especially at the Room and whatever else places we were playing with back 25, 30 years ago, man, it's like headliners would go on at midnight, 12:30 sometimes.
It was all about headlining.
Yeah, and I remember, now the sweet spot's like, what, 10?
Yeah,
It's like 9:30, 10?
Do you guys mind opening? No, not at all.
No, but it's like the sweet spot now in any bill's like what, 9:30, 9:30,
the
9:10?
features. The features.
Yeah. So if you're on like super late, it's like, man, if I don't want to be on at that late,
It's
at midnight.
especially us. We've been around for so damn long. Like most of our crowd is like that. They
don't
want to go home and go to sleep.
They want to be in bed by 11 o'clock or whatever. So if you
I've definitely noticed a lot of our shows have been getting a little earlier and earlier over the years. It just happens.
You guys will be playing to the lunch crowd here pretty soon.
What's up, Lubies?
The blue, what was it? The blue
plate special.
Blue plate special.
Yep.
And speaking of hotspot, like
New song idea.
There you go.
we
Blue plate
went
special.
We went to the Cinderella show at Hotspot, and it was
Tom
Cinderella,
Kiefer?
and Faster Pussycat, and
I was at that one. Yeah.
who else? LA Guns, right?
I remember that one because me and oh God, who was it? We got fucking hammered on margaritas. I remember that.
Metal
night.
Dave.
No, not Metal Dave.
But that show, man, said show starts at 7. I think it was.
It was early,
and it was like show starts at 7, and it was 7, 8, 9. By 10:30, it was done.
Wow.
And
Yeah, it
people
was-
are like,
yeah.
man, my babysitter's not expecting me for another.
I remember that. Yeah.
Till 12:15.
Yeah, like I got time to party.
Yeah, me and Adam were like, hitting the bar and stuff. But yeah, he got over super early.
Yeah, like it was one of those kind of like done.
I like those shows now.
Yeah.
Like Tom Kiefer was like, I'm out of here, guys.
I'm too old to rock, man. I'm here for the money. No, that was a great show though. Yeah, but yeah, it's nice, that the headliners now are like, I think with Winery Dogs they're around like, I think at 9:30. It was early. I think by fucking 11 I was halfway home. Wow. That's a good thing. I would be out till fucking 3 o'clock in the morning driving home like we used to in the old days.
Well, yeah, especially if it's a weeknight. Like,
Yeah.
if I got,
no, that's the problem. They have too many weeknight shows now. It's like, man, shit. But Austin gets those because, I guess we're not like cream of the crop to get the weekend shows. It's like Dallas and Houston. They kind of fit us in between. So I don't know.
I mean, I'll still go to like a Tuesday. I went to a Tuesday night show a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, man, get going here. And my buddy was there to see the headliner, and I was just like, and I drove, so I'm like,
and those shows are always fucking behind, too,
Yeah.
man. Always. Always.
I saw Vader on Tuesday. That was a pretty good show. It didn't too late. I think they played till like 11:15.
Well, it matters what venue you go to. Come and Take It Live is pretty late. But, you know, like Hotspot's early. I think that they have to be, you know what it is? It's a noise ordinance out there. If they go over a certain amount, you know, if they go over a certain time, they have to pay, they get fined.
Yeah.
Because it's residential out there.
Yeah, even I saw, what was it, Ace Frehley at Batfest on Congress one time, and like he had to be done by 10:30. They're like, you got 3 songs left, dude. Okay.
You don't get
all right, I'm out of here.
He's like, I don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's playing Hotspot too.
Is he?
He's got a gig up there, yeah.
Nice. Let's go check
I
it
do
out.
know. I do know places like Saxon Pub, like they start music hourly, like starting at 6. You know, like during happy hour, when there's a happy hour crowd.
Fucking
there.
5.
And and then they start there, and at least they used to. I don't know if they still do, but they used to go till 1 in the morning, 1:30 every weeknights. And I was like,
I think they do a 10 o'clock show, and that's it, because it's weird how they work it, because when you like say like there's 3 bands playing, right? One's from like 6 to 7. You buy a ticket for 6 to 7, right? And then you have to go and buy another ticket for the next band. It's not like you get 3 bands for one ticket. It's like there's a slot thing where you have to buy. Okay, say you know you guys are playing at 6 to 7, right? They clear the place out. You buy another ticket from 7 8 for another band. If you want to watch the third band, you got to get out buy another ticket from like 8 to 9 or whatever it is. It's weird how they work it.
That's too complicated.
Yeah, I know. No, but you would think, because they have different shows going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you would think that they would roll all 3 bands into one thing, but they do it individually.
It's live Spotify. You got to pay $5 every time you want to hear a new song.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, every bar does it differently. I just always thought that was kind of strange. Yeah, because I was there to see a band. I think saw like AJ Vallejo had some gig he was doing, and he got done. They're like, okay, shoo, you got to get out of here. I'm like, what? Next band's coming. I'm like, yeah, you got to buy another ticket for the next band. I'm like, what? He goes, no, it's because it's a different crowd for each band. I guess I don't know how they run it, but this is like pre-COVID, so I don't know if they do it anymore. But
interesting.
Yeah,
isn't that weird though?
Yeah,
you think get all the bands for one price, but nope. I don't understand it.
But I mean, I am kind of glad though that at least now a lot of the venues are doing the earlier shows, because it is Tuesday night and it's 11 o'clock and I got a long drive.
Well, that's the thing too, man. It's like no one wants to stay till 1 or 2 o'clock on a Tuesday night. I mean, it's just that's too late. Yeah. It's too late for anybody. It's not just for like us older people, but
it's just too late.
Too late, man.
That's the thing that we used to say. It's too far.
Now it's too late.
So far.
It's too late and too far.
Yeah.
What time that?
I have to put my shoes back on.
I've gone out of many Come and Take It shows because, and regrettably, because I've been, I live in Pflugerville.
Right.
And I'm like, man,
try living up here and then going to Come and Take It Live.
By the time I get down there, yeah. I'll see you guys online tomorrow or something.
You got to go and support, man. Yeah. That's my thing too. Is when I go to a lot of shows, I'll get there early, but I'll leave early and stuff. But I always make sure that I pay the cover to get in, and I always ask. I say, how's this money being distributed here? How are we doing this? Does each band get an individual cut or whatever? And I always let the bands know that once I don't see, hey man, I'm only staying for a little bit. I want to come in and want to donate a little money and catch you on the flip side, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But go out and support if you can, I know it's tough these days, but
yeah,
I go straight to the merch table right away.
There you go.
I always like, all right, what do you got? Oh, they got a vinyl, limited edition. What? And then, put my money in there right away.
That's what you guys need to do.
We're definitely
is get a 45 single for the new single. Yeah. And just print that up. That'd be, and just, sell it for, $5 or whatever.
We just got to jump in line on the
there you go.
The weight.
Yeah, call up Lars and see how he's doing on his printing presses there and shit.
That's what you guys remember Leather Duchess?
Yeah.
Leather Duchess, that's what they did. They recorded when we shot the Dangerous Toys show when they opened. They recorded one of the songs there and released it as a single as a 45. And
they're doing 45 still, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be fucking badass, man, for you guys to, Too Old for Oi on a 45. Just do it.
We're definitely going to do it. It's just matter of getting money together.
Yeah, it's a money thing too. But I'll tell you what, though, man, you'll sell them.
Oh, I
You
know.
will
Yeah,
sell
for
them,
sure.
like that,
For sure.
big time. Hey, speaking of, man, I got a bone to pick with you and your crew. You guys are going out to L.A. for the Dangerous Toys thing, right? And I didn't get an invite for this trip. No one even told me about it.
It's a crew meeting. It's a crew meeting taking place in LA. I don't know what you're talking about. You can come.
No. That'd be badass. Yo, so what's the deal? Dangerous Toys is playing over.
So Dangerous Toys is playing the Whiskey in late August. I think it's August 26th.
Yeah.
And so we're taking Penny Rock. Penny Rock is going so that we can help promote the film at a show in California about, a film about that has Dangerous Toys in it. So we kind of figured it's a no-brainer to promote the film to people that are there to see the band.
Yeah.
So,
well, and the thing is too, I don't know if there's any LA bands from that time, from the 80s and 90s, that didn't play the back room.
It's true.
Like the Faster Pussycats, the Warrants, the Steel Hearts, Wasp. I remember seeing Wasp there. Yeah.
Rat.
I mean, you name them. They all, Quiet Riot. You name them all. They all came through there.
Yeah.
Totally. And if you look at a lot of those old, back of CD covers, thanks to the back room. I mean, I don't know how many bands put that in there. From back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So
it was definitely the party place.
Oh yeah, big time. So I mean, you guys go out there, you're probably gonna be celebrities and stuff.
Well, we're just there to see my movie.
Are you gonna try to maybe play like the trailer on the TV?
Yeah, we're talking to management, or John's just talking to management, because we definitely want to try to get some merch and then maybe do a raffle and have Dangerous Toys, help us out and raise some cash and stuff like that. Because we the movie's almost done, but that's not the end of the process. There's still a lot of they call finishing funds. It's all legal bullshit that you have to go through. This is the part of filmmaking that a lot of people don't understand or get.
The money end,
and it's all of the minutia that I can't stand. And it's always the all right, well, now we got to sign these legal things and this contract and pay this check and da 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 da. That's all the non-glamorous shit that you got to go through to get a movie out. But yes, it is part of it. So because of that, we're still trying to raise a little bit of money, especially for the licensing. And then, but we hope to do that through Dangerous Toys, not through Dangerous Toys, but at that. That's just one event that we're going to be. We got a couple other events that we're going to be doing as well. That's still in the works, but I
was going to ask about that too, because you did 2 shows over at Come and Take It, some fundraising shows, which were great. I think I emceed both of them actually.
Yeah, we were actually going to try to do a South by thing, but man, it was just too busy. We were all too busy, and I was busy, and it just we kind of just stepped back, and I'm kind of glad we did actually.
Yeah.
So, but we still got some opportunities coming up, and definitely the whiskey is going to be a big one. I got some friends of mine that are going to be actually Leather Duchess is going to show up there.
Oh wow!
So I'll tell them to bring you a 45. There you go. And
it's a great idea though, man. Seriously,
absolutely. Yeah,
it's a great song, and it's like if you don't have a record out, I mean, that's more of a collector's kind of a thing. You know what I mean? But even if you get them printed up, I don't know what they would cost. They sell them for $10. People eat those things up. I'd buy 2 myself, and hang them on the wall or something.
Yeah, and especially old school, like people that give a shit about going to. If you go to a show on a Tuesday night, you're the kind that's gonna buy a vinyl.
Yeah, you're gonna buy a vinyl.
You're gonna buy that merch. You're gonna. Yeah, I agree with you. You should get it. So
I know, I know it's always a money situation, but the thing is, I mean, if you can gather the money for that, you'll sell them quick. So it's not like it'll be a big return investment on it. So yeah.
Along with a couple shirts.
I haven't seen any kind of 45s though. I was asking somebody about that the other day.
Most of the punk 45s, they came in that little plastic sleeve that with just a paper kind of thing. So because they were DIY kind of thing, and they're cheap, and that's kind of like,
colored vinyl too. That'd be cool.
Well, that's the thing is that now you're trying to the colored, it's if whatever's available, but
right.
Now you're trying to get the fancy packaging plus a little photo that the band can autograph and so it's all about the packaging now, along with the hard cost of the vinyl. So, but I got a couple contacts we can get.
I think 45 is the way to go, dude. I honestly do. That's going to be awesome.
I think that would be a good thing too.
Yeah.
I think we should let's talk outside.
Don't let Bobby hear about this.
Meeting.
A band meeting on the podcast. 2 of the guys aren't here, but don't worry about it. It's all right.
That's fine.
They'll fall in the line with it.
He'll see the bass player in August.
That's true.
Just run it by him, we'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be cool with it. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
Yeah. One more time. Saturday, April 1st, over at Kick Butt Coffee, the Too Old for Oi video premiere. I don't know how you guys are going to premiere this thing over there, but hopefully it'll be on my show, up on the screen, and they got it blaring through the speakers. That'd be badass. I'm going to be there for it, so hopefully I get to see myself on TV. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Watch myself.
I have to watch myself. It's kind of strange. And, you know, I still think about it and I kind of go, what idiots? What idiot? I know I'm going to get, this is a joke now. Don't take it seriously. What idiots over there thought putting me on TV is a good idea?
Number one podcast
in Georgetown, Texas. I got the belt to prove it.
That's
so.
right. You better wear that belt that night too. Just walk around. Go like, excuse me.
Excuse me. Bam.
Get in the pit with that thing, you know.
That thing's pretty heavy too. It's like it's about 6-7 pounds. People think it's like a plastic one, dude. It's the real deal.
It's the real deal.
It's the real fucking deal, dude.
That's pretty awesome. Just walking around with a belt everywhere.
Yeah, on your shoulder.
Was a fucking 7-Eleven and shit.
The International Brotherhood of Podcasters sent that to me from Detroit.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Brother.
It's a brother. Maybe I will pull it down. I'll bring it to the show. That'd be kind of cool.
You should. They could go like, that's me up there.
And you wear your Viking helmet.
My the Viking helmet with the belt.
Let's just pull shit off the walls and take it to the show.
That'll be your cape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a cape though. The cape is the next. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Gotta have a fucking cape, like a red velvet cape or some shit, like Thor.
Exactly.
I think the belt's enough, man. I'll tell you what, because I remember I pulled that out at my birthday show, you know, and people are like looking at me like shaking their heads, going, "Look at this fool with a wrestling belt. What an idiot!" I'm like holding up, look at this, look at it.
Give that man a TV show.
Stats.
Sheila Steele over at Austin Music Television. You're crazy. No, I said to her, so I had Nathan on the very first one, you know. And I said, we get canceled after it showed, you know. I said, we get canceled because, you know, how Nathan is. He's fucking nuts. And, oh, no, never going to get canceled. Never going to get canceled. I'm like, okay, you say that now, man. We got some crazy stuff coming on. Yeah, but it was funny because when I got the email, you know, about doing, you know, the cable access TV show thing, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like one of those spam emails, you know, and I wrote back and I'm like, yeah, let's talk, you know, and I actually talked to her on the phone and then I knew it was real, you know. So, I don't know.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations.
It's a great thing.
It's cool because I can bring everybody in. We can get our stuff out there more than it is getting out there now with this. Yeah. You know, especially with your stuff. You know, we talked about it, man. We're going to have to do some stuff. We're planning like an in-studio Christmas special and stuff. We're going to go down and have everybody come in and just talk shit for 2 hours and dress up as Santa Claus.
Like, with like the drinks and just
bad Santa. Yeah, so like bad Santa on the CobraCast. No, but we're just talking about, you know, we're coming up with, you know, I was talking to Nathan yesterday at length about it. And we're just talking about, you know, just what we could do more for the scene and you know, just different stuff that hasn't been done yet. I mean, everything's been done, but put our own twist on it. You know what I mean? Doesn't have to always be like filmed in here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is easy filming it in here and sending it over.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but like us to go on location and start shooting stuff and sort of like what Dave did, you know, back in the Dave Pruitt did back in the day. You know, never ever, you know, be what he was or is, you know what I mean? He's the king of all this shit. I'm just trying to do my own spin on what I do. So, and hopefully it gets out there and people see it and people recognize the great bands we have in this town, like yourselves, and all these great videos that you're doing. And then, you know, of course, when, you know, the Bloody and Bruised thing finally rolls out, we'll pimp the shit up. We'll probably do 10 episodes on here with that, you know, and you know, hopefully do something great to promote it.
Yeah,
so.
That'd be great. Yeah, it's great to have an outlet where local artists, whether they be musicians, filmmakers, you know, content creators, are get to talk about their stuff and actually in an unrestricted area, and it's in a safe space that lots of people can have, like, you can have fun with. So it's a good thing, Bobby.
Yeah,
congratulations on 500.
Thank you so much. 501 tonight. I don't know how it's going to roll in. By the time you see this, we're going to be on 504, I think.
don't complicate it.
I honestly think I'm going to. The only thing I'm really going to put a number on is just the audio podcast part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, this one is not going to go up as a sneak peek. We decided we're going to keep it under wraps till April 1st. So I think April 2nd is when I'll YouTube it and everything, so we can give you guys a surprise, premiere for your video. So no one will see it except for who's in this room and a few other people.
Awesome.
Does this sound good?
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for coming up here tonight.
You
It's been an honor. No problem. It's been forever for you, man. Because every time I see this guy, when you gonna come do the podcast, it's like, man, I'm trying to get up there. Got to get you guys back on. Maybe I'll get Mike Watson up here one of these days. I don't know. Maybe
we'll get it. We'll get him.
I don't know, man. He's a hard one to get.
He'll come.
He kind of looks at me like, I don't think so. Because I've done the best things in this town, and you're not one of them. So, anyways, how much time we got? Oh, we're pretty much right where we need to be. This is fucking great tonight. I love it.
Awesome.
And the podcast the same way every single time. People, please try to do the right thing, as Lord knows most of you don't. And with that, please head over to Kick Butt Coffee Saturday, April 1st for your 51st birthday.
Looking forward to it.
The video premiere, the number 2 specials, Generation Exit, and the one and only Brewtality Inc. Go check it out, people. We are out of here. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we'll see you on the flip side. Peace out.